welcome to the tea table. Today we're going to take a look at VMAX from a very long time ago and a couple of new cards that we get to play with it. So we're going to take a look at Coalossal VMAX today. This card was once a deck, I will say, many moons ago. It has the attack eruption shot. Discard the top card of your deck. If it is an energy, this attack does not anymore, and you get to attach the energy. And then sometimes you just max ball it for 240, and you get them. So we're going to see what we pair with it. Pretty much some old favorites that have always been in the deck, and then a couple new cards to add that spice, because you know that's how we do it. So we're going to start with the Oranguru. A key part in the Coalossal deck, because once during your turn you may switch a card from your hand with the top card of your deck. So you would put an energy on top. Then you could attack this card, know it's an energy, and hit your opponent for 130. We got a Swablu here, looking adorable. I don't know the best Swablu. I think there's one that's like flip a coin to get tails. It does infinite damage or something. Yeah, that's probably the one you're supposed to play. I'm a real. I clicked this one for the deck profile, so I'm going with it. Then we got two Altaria from Evolving Skies. Once your turn, search your deck for supporter, reveal it, and put it on top of your deck. So that does combo with the Oranguru, and it lets you have a supporter. So you put Altaria, put the supporter on top, put the energy or whatever, depending on your supporter, boom, boom, get you attacking. And then we have a new Altaria from the Silver Tempest expansion, which does Magical Echo, move all damage counters from one of your bench Pokemon to your opponent's active. So you do have a lot of HP going on with your Coalossal, and then with the cards we have in our deck to make it take less damage, who knows, you can end up with 320 damage on your card, and then just move that all to your opponent's active and get a knockout. Really cool. Also, look at that trainer gallery. Amazing. Then we got a Crobat V. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, draw to F6, obviously very good. Then we got the basic Coalossal. Don't worry about attacking with that one. Then the VMAX, like we said. Then we have Radiant Greninja. One of those in your deck, everybody. Discard an energy, draw 2. Don't worry about Moonlight Shuriken. We can't do it. Obviously, you have Radiant Serena, which heals 20, and Radiant Garment to take minus 20. But with some of the supporters you might be playing, you need to draw. So, Greninja Training Court was the way I did end up going. And we finish off with Hisuian Arcanine V, whose ability is, as often as you like, you may move a fighting energy from one of your Pokemon to this Pokemon. Rock Bullet, 90 plus 30 for each fighting energy attached. So you see, Coalossal attaches them, move them to Arcanine, switch out, get that finisher in, and attack. Pretty cool there. This also does have a deck with Galarian Articuno, or I'm sorry, Zapdos, where you attach the 2 fighting, and then boom, get a couple of attacks going there. That is a cool variant as well. You can also like play a version of this if you want that has 2 or 3 of them, and just go for the insane into Coalossal attack with not using the other Altaria. That is definitely a sick option that you can do, and you know, I look forward to that one being popular if this deck ever were to become a playable meta deck. So let's move on to the trainers. You got 3 Evolution Incense. Obviously, get those evolved Pokemon. You got a lot of them. 7 of them, so you're going to need to search for them. A Pal Pad, just to recycle your supporters. We do have some 1-ofs that are pretty cool that you want to get back in your deck, so that is very good there. Obviously got the 4 Quick Ball. Got the 3 Switch, so switch into Arcanine or Altaria. So in this deck, I do not have a Skyla, but I think 1 Skyla might not be bad, so you could basically search out the Switch. So if you got your double turbo in your hand for your Altaria's attack, or you want to get Arcanine going, you could just Skyla for the Switch. And, you know, get out of there. So that's definitely a thing to consider. 2 Ultra Ball. Obviously, more ways to get Pokemon is always better. The 2 Training Court, like we talked about. They combo with your Greninja, discard the 2, get them back. Put that on top of the Oranguru, attack with Coalossal. Hit that sweet, sweet damage. We got 2 Boss's Orders. Obviously, got to hit those bench Pokemon. Get those Crobats on the bench easy. Get some easy knockouts at the beginning of the game. Make it easier at the end. We got a Cheryl. So if you end up doing a switch into Arcanine, move all the energy, boom, you share your Coalossal. It doesn't even have any energy to discard, and you're healing all the damage. Or if you have 1 energy on your Coalossal, and they did like 250, just share, who cares? Because you can just attack again in 3 seconds. Really good there. We got a Grant. During this turn, your fighting Pokemon do 30 more damage to your opponent's active, and if this card is in your discard pile, you can discard 2 cards, except another Grant, but we only play 1, and put it back in your hand. So it's a really cool supporter that you really only need 1 of, because you can just recycle it, and it's a really cool supporter, so it lets you 2-hit, or even 1 hit, depending on what the other Pokemon is. We got 2 Marnie, because you're going to need Disruption. Just, you can't let Mew and Lost Box and all these decks just have insane hands. Not what we're looking to do. We got the Professor's Research, obviously to draw. We got Serena, another new supporter with 2 abilities. Discard up to 3 cards. You must discard at least 1 card. If you do, draw until you have 5. So sometimes you don't have anything to do, but your hand's bad cards you don't want anymore. Just Serena. Whatever. And then switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon V with their active. So it is a mini boss's order. It cannot target non-Vs, but that is okay because it gets the job done in the draw and finishing off the game. And then we move on to the tools here. You got 2 Big Parasol. This is for Giratina and Amazing Rare Yvetzel that is appearing in the Lugia decks. So all those Pokemon on. Attach your active Pokemon. Prevent all effects of attacks from your opponent's Pokemon down to all of your Pokemon. So that also could be like Regice and Regis. Kind of a thing. Or if you have any special conditions, stuff like that. But mainly for Sableye, Giratina, and Amazing Rare Yvetzel in the Lugia decks. Finally, we got for a Seal Stone. Now, we don't have a V-Star in our deck, so how are we going to use a V-Star ability? Just kidding. Pokemon said, what if we just print one randomly? V-Star power, can use this Pokemon V that this card is attached to, can use this. Only 1 a game. Just search for a card. Yep, just, you know what? What card do I want? I'm going to get this one. So, pretty cool. Really just pop it on whatever. I mean, pop it on your Crobat, who cares? Really cool card. Saves you if you're like, oh, I wish I had the Cheryl and you don't have Altaria, or you need the energy, whatever. Just gets anything. And it works under Path to the Peak, although that might be bugged currently on PTCGO/live. So watch out there. If it doesn't work, it's just because it's glitched. Then we got the 2 double turbo. So it does make you do less damage with your Coalossal/Arcanine, but it is for the Altaria to get the magical echo off out of nowhere and take your opponent's Pokemon down. We got 4 Stone Fighting Energy. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides fighting. If it's attached to a fighting Pokemon, it takes 20 less, and it does stack. So back in the day, Coalossal was really annoying if they got 2 or 3 of these on, because they'd also play Hyper Potions and stuff. Which really, realistically, you could play 1 in here since you have the double turbo. I just didn't have room for it in this particular version. And then you just pop this up, it's really hard for your opponent to knock you out. And then the 8 fighting, as you kind of need those to attack. So this was just a very quick deck profile here on Coalossal. I played a few games before. I beat a Kyurem, Palkia, that was cool. I went like 1-1 against the Lugia. It was pretty neat. They forgot about the Parasol, basically, is what happened, so they went to Yvetzel me and didn't, so it got awkward for them afterwards. I did have 1 game where I did Altaria like 280 went against the Kyurem Palkia deck onto their Palkia, so that was really cool, really fun. They did hit me with the shocked face, but let me just think with Coalossal, maybe Coalossal Arcanine just better for a Coalossal deck without the Altaria trying to get too cute. 1 card I will say I don't play is Manaphy. If you want to take this to locals, put in a Manaphy. You will not regret it. Let me know what you think. Drop a like. Subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is the T-Table. I'm Josh Hatter. That's Coalossal that most people probably didn't know existed. And I will see you next time on the T-Table.